If you search online, 9 out of 10 videos just tell you to pour molasses in, and you're done. But why does your fertilizer bucket still smell pungent, end up full of maggots, and make the whole neighborhood want to quarantine every time you open the lid? Don't worry, it's not your fault. It's because you don't know the hidden secrets of the Amish. The Amish in the U.S. are famous for their lifestyle segregated from modern technology, absolutely saying no to chemical fertilizers. Yet, their farms in Pennsylvania or Ohio always astonish the world with giant cabbages and heavy fruiting tomato plants. The secret lies in a $0 biological weapon, natural hydrolyzed fish fertilizer, fish hydrolysate, handcrafted right inside 5-gallon buckets. From a plant biochemistry perspective, fish waste is an invaluable organic source. When hydrolyzed correctly, fish not only provides easily absorbable macronutrients like N, P, and K, but also releases high-quality free amino acids such as glycine, alanine, and glutamic acid, along with a dense micronutrient system from the bones, including calcium, magnesium, and boron. This nutrient source acts as an incredibly powerful biostimulant. They both feed the plants and serve as premium food to trigger an explosion of native microorganisms, turning compacted soil fertile and spongy after just a few seasons. Today, I will share with you the complete odorless fish fertilizer brewing process, according to the exact Amish style, with precise U.S. measurement technical specifications so you can successfully practice this right at home. The science. Why cold fermentation? To understand why the Amish method is superior, we first need to clearly distinguish the difference between industrial fish fertilizer and handcrafted fish fertilizer using the cold fermentation method. Industrial fish fertilizer, mostly manufactured by cooking fish at high temperatures to extract fish oil, after which the remaining sludge is treated with chemicals or artificial enzymes. This violent heating process inadvertently destroys sensitive vitamin structures completely, denatures protein chains, and kills natural enzymes available in the fish guts. In contrast to industrial fish fertilizer being cooked at high temperatures, which denatures proteins and destroys vitamins, the Amish cold fermentation method takes place entirely at ambient natural temperatures. When we combine fish with a concentrated sugar source, we create an ideal selective environment for beneficial acid lactic bacteria, such as lactobacillus, to thrive. During the 3 to 6 months of brewing, these lactic bacteria eat sugar, produce lactic acid, and drop the pH of the mixture to below 4.5, creating an excellent barrier that absolutely prevents the growth of anaerobic putrefying bacteria. At the same time, natural proteolytic enzymes available in the fish guts act like biological scissors, gradually cutting complex protein chains into short-chain peptides and amino acids, helping roots absorb nutrients immediately through cell membranes. As a result, after finishing the cold fermentation cycle, the entire fish, meat, and bones will completely decompose into a dark brown liquid. The final product has a mild, sweet-sour scent, faintly resembling fermented fish sauce or fermented beer, absolutely without the horrific putrid smell of rotting animal carcasses. 2 hidden secrets to brewing odorless fish fertilizer in a bucket. The Amish often place their brewing buckets right by the porch, or in small sheds without a single bit of unpleasant odor escaping. Their secret lies in the 2 technical tricks below. Secret 1. Charcoal blanket physically eliminates fishy odors. Most common guides only tell you to mix fish with sawdust or rice hulls to absorb moisture. However, sawdust only absorbs water and cannot stop the fishy odor molecules from escaping. The Amish completely solved this problem using a readily available material: crushed biochar, charcoal, about the size of peas. The mechanism of this secret is based on the principle of physical adsorption. Biochar is essentially pure carbon structured with millions of tiny microscopic pores on its surface. When you spread a 2-inch thick layer of biochar at the bottom of the bucket, and especially when you completely cover the top surface of the mixture with another 2-inch thick layer, you are creating a strict natural activated carbon filter. Any odorous gas molecules, like ammonia or hydrogen sulfide, rising up will be immediately trapped inside the pores of the biochar. Not only filtering odors, the porous structure of biochar also provides a safe shelter for billions of lactic bacteria. Here, they are protected and can multiply their density hundreds of times, helping the fish meat decompose twice as fast. Secret 2. The Amish no-touch aeration technique. One of the biggest nightmares of brewing fish fertilizer is having to open the bucket lid every week to stir and let oxygen in. The Amish came up with an incredibly smart DIY mechanical solution inside the 5-gallon bucket that requires absolutely no lid opening. A passive aeration system using a perforated PVC pipe. They use a piece of PVC pipe with a diameter of about 1 inch, drill dozens of small holes along the pipe body, and then fix this pipe right in the middle of the bucket, running vertically from the bottom up through the container lid. The pipe end exposed on the lid will be tightly sealed with a thick silk cloth or a large cotton ball. This system operates based on a natural temperature differential pressure mechanism. When the fish fertilizer inside ferments, it generates mild heat and biogas. The warm gas will rise and escape through the core of the PVC pipe and the cotton ball. The cotton will trap the fishy smell. As the gas escapes, it creates a low-pressure zone inside the bucket, which automatically draws a small amount of cool oxygen from the outside environment downward through the holes in the pipe body. This process maintains a continuous, mild aerobic environment at the core of the fish bucket without opening the lid, ensuring you don't smell any foul odors for half a year. The following is the rewritten script, precisely synchronizing the material preparation section above with the layering process below to avoid confusion during implementation. Standard formula and implementation process. We will use a standard plastic bucket with a capacity of 5 gallons, equivalent to about 19 liters of water, as the base measurement. 1. Material preparation. Golden ratio, 3 parts, fish to 1 part, sugar to 1 part, charcoal and sawdust. Fish part, 12 pounds of fish waste, fish heads, guts, gills, fins. The fresher the fish, the more intact the retained amino acid content. Sugar source, 4 pounds of molasses or dark brown sugar. Sugar is a carbon-rich food source that provides energy for lactic bacteria to operate. Buffer and odor-blocking material. 4 pounds of a mixture including pea-sized crushed biochar for bottom lining and top surface odor blocking, mixed thoroughly with coarse sawdust or dry rice hulls to act as a breathable buffer layer in the middle. 2. Scientific layering process in a 5-gallon bucket. Place the perforated PVC aeration pipe right in the middle of a clean 5-gallon plastic bucket. Proceed to layer the materials according to the following stratified structure. Step 1. Bottom lining layer. Pour crushed biochar into the bottom of the bucket to form a lining layer exactly 2 inches thick. This layer helps absorb all the fish liquid dripping down in the initial stage, preventing water stagnation that causes anaerobic rot from underneath. Step 2. Core layering. Spread a layer of fish about 3 inches thick around the PVC pipe. Pour molasses evenly over the surface of the fish layer so that the sugar coats and adheres tightly. Then, spread a layer of coarse sawdust, or dry rice hulls, about 1 inch thick on top to create physical breathability. Repeat this cycle. 1 layer of fish, 1 layer of molasses, 1 layer of sawdust/hulls, until the materials reach 4/5 of the bucket's volume, about 4 to 5 inches away from the bucket rim. Step 3. Surface blanket layer. Pour the remaining crushed biochar on the very top, forming a layer completely covering the surface with an exact thickness of 2 inches. This is the biological lid made of activated carbon, blocking all odor molecules right at the surface gateway. Step 4. Sealing the bucket. Thread the bucket lid over the top of the PVC pipe, snapping the lid tight to seal it completely. Stuff a large cotton ball tightly into the end of the PVC pipe exposed outside the lid. Place the brewing bucket in a cool, well-ventilated location, avoiding direct sunlight. The cold fermentation process will automatically take place within 3 to 6 months. Fatal mistakes that cause the fish bucket to fail. Making the following mistakes will turn your brewing bucket into a foul-smelling biological disaster. Mistake 1. Incorrect sugar/molasses ratio. Acid lactic bacteria need complex carbohydrates to ferment and break down protein. Skimping on the amount of molasses or using cheap white sugar causing the ratio to fall below the minimum 3 to 1, 3 parts fish, 1 part sugar, will starve the beneficial microorganisms. Anaerobic putrefying bacteria will take control, turning the fish mass pitch black, generating hydrogen sulfide gas with a rotten egg smell, and creating toxins that harm plant roots. Mistake 2. Leaving the lid loose and breeding maggots. The smell of fresh fish is highly attractive to flies. A loose lid, or taking too long during handling, allows flies to get in and lay eggs. After just 48 hours, the bucket will be crawling with maggots, destroying the fermentation structure. Fixing tip. Before capping with the 5-gallon bucket plastic lid, drape a large cheesecloth/mesh cloth over the bucket mouth, tie it tightly with a large rubber band, and then press the plastic lid down to create a double protective barrier. Mistake 3. Using tap water containing chlorine. Conveniently spraying tap water into the bucket will kill off the lactic bacteria system because chlorine/chloramine is a disinfectant, causing the mixture to rot. Fixing tip. Absolutely do not add water in the initial stage. If you need to add water later to filter the liquid, use rainwater or well water. If you must use tap water, store it in a large tub and expose it to the sun for at least 48 hours so the chlorine gas can completely evaporate. Practical application guide to triple your yield. After 3 to 6 months, the fish meat completely breaks down into a dark brown liquid with a pleasant sweet-sour fish sauce scent. Because the concentrated liquid contains an extremely high density of amino acids, you must dilute it at a high ratio to avoid root burn. 1. Foliar feeding method. Ratio: dilute 1 fluid ounce, about 30 milliliters, of fish fertilizer liquid into 4 gallons of clean water, a 1 to 500 dilution ratio. Application: spray a fine mist over all leaves, especially the underside, where most stomata are concentrated. Only spray in the early morning, 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., when the stomata are open widest. Free amino acids, glycine, glutamic acid, will be absorbed directly through the leaf cell membranes after 48 hours, stimulating branching and making leaves thick and green. Apply once every 2 weeks during the strong vegetative growth stage. 2. Root drenching method. Ratio: mix 1 fluid ounce, 30 milliliters, of fish fertilizer liquid with 8 gallons of clean water, the ideal 1 to 1,000 dilution ratio. Application: drench the solution around the drip line of the plant's canopy in the cool evening, 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. so nutrients can soak deep into the root zone overnight. Root drenching is exceptionally good for the stage when seedlings need to accelerate their height and when plants are nurturing young fruit. Dissolved calcium and boron from the fish bones help fruit cell walls stay sturdy, preventing physiological young fruit drop. At the same time, the natural sugar converted in the fertilizer increases the brick's sugar content, giving harvested fruits and vegetables a rich, crisp, and naturally sweet flavor. Conclusion: as you can see, creating a premium biofertilizer yourself to triple your garden yield does not require expensive equipment at all. All we need is fish waste, a little molasses, some crushed biochar pieces, and a deep understanding of the natural biochemical principles of the Amish farmers. Gardening with this method not only saves money on chemical fertilizers, but also brings absolute peace of mind when enjoying baskets of clean vegetables and fruits grown by your own hands. If you find today's deep technical information and the story of Amish agriculture helpful, please click the like button to support the video. Don't forget to click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell next to it so you don't miss any upcoming episodes. Which secret will you choose to apply to your home fish fertilizer bucket first? Leave your thoughts in the comments below so we can discuss together. Wish your gardens are always filled with green and loaded with fruits. Goodbye, and see you in the next technical videos.